As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Checking in with the Buckeyes head coach before the game. This is a huge game, and they want to get the win, but they're going to be very creative on behalf of their wide receiver here today. They know he has a chance for school history with the most receiving touchdowns in a career. So what do? They know the defense will be keying on him, particularly in the red zone. So I went to practice and watched what they've got in store. They are going to be very creative with their play calling to help their wideout get that history and get that record here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Ohio State's offense will start this game off with the football. And here's the name everyone recognizes, Bo Jackson. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now here's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Smith. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Finds his man. Breaks into the open. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Looking to the big tight end. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. The Cornhuskers offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He'll try to take it back. The 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Sweet cut there. Got the first down. There's some room. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
The give. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Well, it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Sets his feet. It's Calandria. On target over the middle. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The Huskers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And as a quarterback, man, you have to have a short memory, right? Be able to put mistakes behind.
Unleashes one deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Well, that score leaves you with a burning question. Who had that dude? Whoever it was wasn't close.
No, and the receiver was able to run right by him and get to the end zone and camp out and put up his tent and build the fire and fill up the coffee pot and just about everything else in time before the guy decided to even get remotely close to him.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. Got his man down the middle. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Rush right in his face. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Lined up in the gun on third down, saying, gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Saying to throw for it on fourth. Look out! Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on fourth down with the heat. Back to pass, it's Calandria. Turns it upfield. Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Sells to fake. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Rush is on. Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Play fake, Sayin. Gonna take a shot. He's got it way down the field. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. I mean, they started off this drive with great field position, and that's critical for this football team because of the players they have offensively. If you can get them the ball back at that area of the field, it takes one play, like what you just saw, and all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door now in the red zone looking for 6.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Makes the grab. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Cornhuskers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Motion from the wideout. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. And the Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. He's got it on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Buckeyes in the hurry-up. Say it. Completes it in the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Play fake, Julian Sayin. Flush to the left. Intercepted, number 19. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost him a big play on first down. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Keeps it on the option. Nice move to keep running. Across the 40 out of bounds and the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. Second and long here. From the gun, looking for a man. Left side is Barney. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Rid of it on the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Selling the fake. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. The Cornhuskers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Running behind that left side. Picks his way ahead, pickup of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Keep it on the ground. Knocked down immediately.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Keeping his eyes downfield. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Timeout signal forward by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This offense has it with really good field position. Scanning the field, it's Calandria. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Motion from the wide receiver. Throwing, say it. Unloads to the wide out. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Unloads it downfield. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. Now on 2nd down. They'll go play action with Sayin. Looking down the middle. He makes a catch. Ohio State calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Now here's Sayin. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Still looking. Fires left. Finds his man open. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Here's Sayin to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. The 50. The 40. At the 20. And with the pick six. Touchdown, Nebraska.
It's crazy in college football. There's just so many defining moments in games that you can pinpoint, and that's one right there. The offense has the lead. You're trying to add to that here at the end of the first half. In a 2-minute situation, quarterback being way too aggressive, and that's a mistake, David. Taking a pick six all the way to the house, that could really end up costing.
And you talk about flipping a game really, really quickly. Look how bad it was looking. Now the defense gets right back in this football game, being ready for the 2-minute drill, making a play, going down and scoring, and taking all the momentum into halftime.
And he's not going to take the touchback. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. Back to throw. It's Calandria. Takes the easy throw in the flat. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Long way to go on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sacks, and they do it. On this first drive, they get to him. They get him on the ground. Nice job by this defense.
On the return. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a 1st down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Saying, throws to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's where I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Snags it! Touchdown, Buckeye! They take the lead here in the 2nd half.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that that was the guy that QB was going to be looking for on that play.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Just able to get it stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Got him downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. The Cornhuskers come to the line in the hurry-up.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. They're all over him. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Back's got it on the screen. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
And the Huskers will send out the punt unit. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Now here's Sayet. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
It's so nice.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. 4th down, Sayet. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he's got some. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Makes the grab. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Second and long here. Sayin on the play action. A shot toward the end zone. Dangerous throw near the goal line.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Sayin from the gun on third down. Got his man. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason and have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and execute week in, week out. He's done that. He now has over...
Hauls it in, the first down and more. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. And the Buckeyes are flying down the field. The run inside. It's Jackson. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Looking for a gap. It's Cross. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down. This crowd knows when to bring it. Sayin trying to be heard about the noise. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
After that incompletion on third and long, because of where they are in the field.
And, you know, it does look as if they're going to leave the offense out there. And I guess you look at time and score, you can kind of understand a field goal doesn't help you that much. Sayin to throw for it on fourth. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. Sells to run, looking to pass. Fires on the move. Can't hold on in the face of the contact. After that last incompletion, here's second and 10 from their own 20. Uh-oh, look out. Makes a man miss. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Husker. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. Julian with the play fake. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. Long way to go on second down. Say it. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Sayin. On the run, fires downfield. And he throws another interception. His 3rd one of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punch in a score, and they'll go home with the W.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. This defense forcing them to throw into tight windows. They need another stop on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Huskers send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Play fake, say it. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. And the Buckeyes come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Throwing, say it. It's complete on the right side. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Out wide left, it's Smith. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the 1st down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the 1st. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Sayin back to the air. Wide open downfield. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. In the red area, it's Jackson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. A first down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about, but now my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there, they didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
From deep, it's Clark. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Wide receiver going in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic because of the...
He tries to take the top off. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Snaps it, and he has to have it. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Out wide right, it's Hunter. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. To throw, it's Calandria. Takes the easy completion. Not much doing there. Just picked up a couple before going out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Last chance coming up. Here's a throw downfield late. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
This has been a presentation